Welcome to this week's episode of the Pull List Examiner. This is my weekly video where I take a look at the top 3 comics I'm looking forward to reading on New Comic Book Day. And New Comic Book Day this week is September 13th, 2023. If you look at the new comics that are coming out this week, we do get a Daredevil issue number 1. So we have started the new series of Daredevil, and I also wanted to mention that there is a Batman and Catwoman Prelude free comic that's supposed to be coming out. So keep your eyes peeled at your LCS for that. They have it listed as a free comic from DC this week, so hopefully I can snag a copy. With that said, let's take a look at the top 3 comics that I'm looking forward to reading. And at number 3 on the list this week, we've got Green Lantern issue number 3. And this is the series that was rebooted a couple months ago. I am a huge Green Lantern fan. I've been looking forward to DC returning with a new series. And the first couple issues were a reboot and very familiar. Nothing that seemed to jump out. And then we jumped into the Night Terror event, and they halted the next few issues. I've heard that some of the fallout from the Night Terror event will show up into the DC universe. So with that being said, maybe we'll get some of that into this issue 3 and the subsequent issues. I did pick up those 2 Green Lantern Night Terror issues. They were the only 2 Night Terror comics I bought. And I don't know, it was really focused on like this dreamscape of Hal Jordan. It was a pretty good read, and I'll see how they tie it in the new series, but it is what I'm looking forward to, and made number 3 this week. And sticking with the theme of green, at number 2 this week, we've got the Incredible Hulk issue number 4. And if you look at the cover, if it's any indication here, it is another classic Man-Thing versus Hulk, green versus green issue. So we'll see what we get. I have really liked the first 3 issues that were released. It has essentially gone into a horror genre, the way that they are writing the new series. Philip Kennedy Johnson is the writer on this, and I think he's doing a great job with these first few issues, and hopefully it will continue, so it will remain on my pull list. And at number 1 this week, we have The Madness, issue number 2 from AWA Comics. This is kind of like a John Wick with superhero powers story. There was a secret agent that was working for the government, and she did something she shouldn't have, or heard something she shouldn't have, and the government decided it was time to take her out, and instead they took out her entire family, and she survived, probably because of superpowers. I think we find that out in this issue. But this really has been a cool opening issue, and I'm really looking forward to issue number 2, written by J. Michael Straczynski, and the artwork is good. AWA puts out some of my favorite stories, and if you haven't checked out this first issue of The Madness, this is a good excuse to go grab it when you go grab issue number 2 this week on New Comic Book Day. Thanks again for watching the Pull List Examiner show. If you want to see all the comics I'm picking up this week at the comic book shop, you can check my video description below. I'll have the full pull list there, and for the first time in a few weeks, it is full of comics. It's not just a 3 or 4 comic week. There's, I think, close to 10 comics this week, so that's good news for the readers out there. And I will also mention that kind of a sad thing, issue number 12 of the Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries comes out this week, and I think it's the final issue. I don't know if they're going to keep continuing the series. My kids have kind of lost interest in reading that series, and so I've really just been reading it myself, and I am happy to see, I guess, the series wrap up, but also sad at the same time. But if you are a fan of Batman and Scooby-Doo, check it out. It's kind of a fun read, and it's one of those titles that DC actually keeps the price lower on. I think it has a $2.99 cover price. So anyways, thanks for watching. Remember to read them, bag them, and board them, and we'll see you next time on the Pull List Examiner.